can imagine it, but I don't.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Last time I checked, it was
weird
mine.
to see you with a phone that's not 1920.
Shut up.
Give me a phone.
See how he talks to me. See how he talks to me.
I hear it.
See how he talks to me.
Have
I
you been
can-
watching the Masters today or no?
Nope. What's it on?
I'll watch through Paramount Plus.
Oh. No.
Or
We
the-
drove
or the
by
Ma-
it.
You can go to their website. They stream it live for free on the Masters.
Are we on it?
We are.
Subscribe! Please subscribe. We need subscribers. I need likes and subscribers, please.
Oh my goodness.
How many subscribers do you have?
I gotta, I don't know. I have to check.
670.
I have to check. I have no idea.
670?
Uh-huh.
Oh damn! I didn't know we were.
We need
that many people.
6,007.
What's your average view count?
15, 30.
It's like 10 to 30 more than I would have expected.
Well, because we're boring. I mean, don't get me wrong.
We are.
We don't have
We don't put in
we
research.
don't have enough content. I'll put it that way. Or we don't have. It's a lot of stuff we could be doing that we're not doing. Like tasting different things, unboxing things. It's a lot of stuff that we could be doing that we're not doing.
You need to invest if you want to make it a big thing.
Yeah.
That or just come up with little.
Well, little things cost money.
No, it doesn't. Being creative don't cost a dime.
What would you do?
Well, I told him what he should do. He just don't listen. Every time he smokes a joint, he literally should just go on the site, go live, and just sit there and smoke a joint with somebody, with them. That's what he
Let me
should
tell
do.
you something, man. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. But I'm getting tons of likes. I'm getting tons of... People are calling me. I just don't answer. Every night in the last 2 weeks, I get at least 8 to 10 calls from people. Answer your phone, or call me.
About what?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm scared to call them.
I can tell you this much: my Instagram.
What's the number?
No, I don't know what the number is.
I'll say I'll call her
I
right
guess
now.
what they did, they go through this thing called bingo, bungo, and I guess you can talk, you know, or I can go on the bingo thing. They asked me if I wanted to be live, but I didn't have nothing to talk about. I had no content. What was I gonna do? Smoke a joint?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Talk about your simulation theory. See, I thought about it the other day. I was like, I wanted to be Stern. Like I was so. Remember when they took Stern off the regular radio?
Yeah,
It was a dark day. I was so
me
mad
too. I was too.
because I didn't have access to Sirius. Like I couldn't afford to pay for the fucking satellite.
I didn't want to pay for it, but I ended up doing it anyway, so I could see Howard. Because I used to be security at Roush Automotive there in Plymouth, and I had to be to work at 6 in the morning. So Howard was on at that time in the morning. So when he left terrestrial radio, I was like, I was lost in the morning. And I said, I'm not getting that shit. Then they sent a letter out to my house that they would give me Sirius Radio for $5 a month for 6 months. So I did it.
You want to go to up to it after that?
Huh?
What did it go up to after that?
It went back up to normal, but then when I didn't,
It was like $20, 25, something.
when
like
I
that.
didn't redo it, I got a letter from them saying we'll extend the $5 a month for 6 more months.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
But I actually went to Specs Howard.
Did you?
Well, I didn't go there, but I went there and talked to him. And okay. So when I graduated, going to college wasn't feasible. 2 reasons. 1, I didn't have a way to get out of Holly because I didn't have a car. 2, I wasn't allowed to I couldn't get loans because I didn't have my dad's social security number. He wouldn't give it to me because he paranoid that I was going to wreck his credit. So I couldn't get loans, student loans, because I didn't have access to my father's stuff until I was 25. When you turn 25, that all changes. And they also made it easier right when I turned 25. That's when all the Dodd-Frank and all that, not Dodd-Frank, that, you know what I'm talking about? When they fucked you and everyone else with with the student loans. They made them easier to get, but also harder to get rid, like impossible to disappear.
Impossible.
Yeah, impossible.
They want their money.
Yeah.
So, I went to Specs Howard to check because I wanted to go to college. So I was like, I'm gonna check Specs Howard, and they, you know, I couldn't. It was too much. I ended up going to. I did one semester at community college up in fucking like Flint area, like north. And then I did one semester at Baker. I ended up with like $23,000 without the interest and debt for 2 semesters. Because I took the rest of the money because they said I could have 10 grand. So I was like, give me 10 grand. 7 of it, the first time, it wasn't 10 grand, it was actually less. But the first time when I went to community college, I got like $3,000 so I could buy a car. Like it was the only way I could get a loan. So I bought a car with it. With the money that was, you know, because they paid the college, and then whatever was left over, you could use to buy books and whatever you wanted to buy with it. And then Baker was like 7 grand, 8 grand just for the fucking semester. And I'm like, I'm gonna keep going. Like, and I went to Baker to be I wanted to get into gaming, so I wanted to get into game programming. And I didn't have a fucking computer.
Need a computer.
I mean, my dad had one, so I was able to use his a little bit, but like I had basically 2 semesters of college, $20,000 worth of debt, and now it's in collections, so it just kind of sits there. Because I went so many years without because they would have taken it out of, like, if I had income.
They would have,
they'd have taken it from my, like, they just start, but since there was no income, they basically sold it probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, oh yeah, they'll just shuffle it. Right?
Yeah. Because it's still there. You can still see it.
It's waiting for you.
Yeah. It's going to wait a while.
It's waiting.
I'm trying to knock mine out. I'm down to 36,000.
That's crazy.
Started at
He said it's down to 36.
Started at 127.
Fuck. Insane.
What? And you paid it down. And you paid it down to 30-some thousand. Wow.
For 1 year, wasn't it?
Or
does that include Wayne State?
So my undergrad, I was like 10,000, but that's my entire time. Like that's for 4 years of college because I had scholarships at the end, and then I got into law school everywhere. And then I got scholarships at Wayne State and UDM, and then I was like, no. And then I got into Penn State, which is like one of the demigod schools. And then I got no scholarship, and I had to pay out-of-state rates, which are way higher. And I was like, I'm an idiot, so I went. And I did 2 semesters there, and I was like, I can't, because I had so much debt. And my dad sat me down. He's like, you realize what you're doing? So I was able to go back to law school here if I wanted to, but I didn't have my scholarships because at Wayne State I had like a full ride to go for free.
Really?
I'm a pretty smart guy when you give me a book, but
I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know.
Just getting scholarships.
I know.
Like it's a lottery.
He says, really?
The reason I went is I had because I failed out of high school, like to understand my story.
That's where the scholarship. I'm like, I know that he didn't do well in high school.
No, and so then I did my undergrad. I did a couple years at OCC, or a couple semesters, and I had a 4.0 because I started taking medicine for my epilepsy and started figuring out how to shuffle that. And then they were like, you can go wherever you want. So Wayne State was close, and then I got in there, and then I went and I had a 3.89, so almost a 4.0 GPA, and I sat down with a guidance counselor. I wanted to be a cop. And he was like, you could go to law school here. And I was like, okay. He goes, no, for
You're
real.
like, okay.
He's like, you just need to do a 142 on the LSAT, which is like law school assessment test. And I fucking crushed the LSAT. And that's when I was able to just throw my resume out.
Well, with me,
And now, do you know how much I use it?
with me,
Zero.
I owe them diddly squat because I ain't go to school. I went to the school of hard knocks.
Dude, I had a meeting with some attorneys today because now I sell to attorneys. And the tech guy wants to go to law school. So I'm explaining him our software and doing a big presentation on it. And finally that comes up. And his brother, who is an attorney, was in the meeting. I was like, let me just chat with you like about law school. And I explained my debt and I explained all of this because he wants to go to a super good school. I was like, bro, you can go to an online school and you have a job waiting for you because you're working for your dad. Nobody cares where you went to law school.
Yeah, just get the bar, and that's all that matters.
That's all you need to do is get your way to the bar so you can work where you're already working.
Or unless your dad wants you to go, because like I'm sure the Bernsteins went to Michigan State.
Which is a horrible law school.
Why did they do it to Michigan State?
I bet you they
I
went
thought
to
that-
Wayne State.
No,
I bet they went to Michigan.
No.
No, I think their parents went to Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
I think his dad was a graduate of Michigan State.
Oh, okay. That whole family thing.
Yeah. I could be wrong. I mean,
I'm gonna look. No, I'm
I'm
curious.
talking out my ass, to be honest with you.
I
I
think they
hope
went.
not.
I'm like,
Because I'm looking at your face.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to get a meeting with the lawyers at Bernstein. They used to use my company's software.
Dude, their commercials are fucking too much.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do a lot of drawings. I got a couple thousand drawings. And I want to make a book of my drawings. But do I have to copyright every picture? Or just copyright the book itself?
Probably just the book and all the things that are involved in it. It's like, yeah, because it would all come as one portfolio.
So all of my drawings that I put on Facebook, it has my name on it. So in a way, it kind of protects me a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I was told.
They went to Wayne State.
Did they go to Wayne State?
Two of them did. One went to Northwestern, which is a T14, which is like
I thought you passed it to me.
like on the level of Harvard.
Oh,
Like T14 was the top 14 of 200 plus law schools.
Yeah,
You always had Yale,
Northwestern's-
Harvard, Stanford.
in Illinois, right?
Yeah,
It's
in
like Chicago's fucking.
University of Chicago and Northwestern are both T14. But Michigan State's a tier 4, which means the lowest tier.
A couple of my friends went
I
to
just-
Northwestern.
Maybe it was Wayne when they said state. They probably said Wayne State, and it probably in my head was like
Just heard state.
state. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Michigan's not a good law school either. It's a business
University
school.
of Michigan, T14.
It is law school wise.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was more of a business school than it was.
Getting your MBA, Master's of Business Administration, that's like a top 10 school too. Michigan is considered like one of the greatest colleges in the
One of the holy grails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Double O went to Michigan.
Yeah, he has his MBA from Michigan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Now, hold on. Top NBA schools. That's why, like. when
Yeah,
you
he
find-
still thinks Trump's tariff plans were a good idea.
Who does?
That's how you know this shit's just brainwashing.
Who thinks that?
The propaganda has worked. Double O.
Oh. Well, a lot of people believe it.
I know, but this dude's got an MBA from one of the top business schools in the fucking country,
That don't mean nothing.
and he loves Milton Berle.
I have met,
Well, whatever fucking
I have met super intelligent motherfuckers that were dumb as fuck.
What number is it?
Man, I had a friend from India.
It's also a really big, like,
Number 13.
but it's also, isn't it a big, like, medical school? Michigan's known for the medical too.
Yeah. Michigan is just like one of the best. Like it is on par with Harvard. It's just the version of it that's not in that little era. But like
Well,
compared
it's
to all the
also
other,
so
Michigan
many
has-
Walmart fans.
Michigan has one of the largest alumni of any school in the
Dude,
United
it's
States.
crazy. You know how many fucking people are on, like, you'll just, I'll be watching some sports thing and it'd be like 3 people and then one dude would be like, Michigan, yeah, I went to Michigan. Like, how the fuck?
A lot of them do.
Yeah, but not that many people get into Michigan every year.
Enough of them do.
It's
and
really-
the ones that do go high.
I've interacted with so many medical students at U of M because they're a teaching hospital. And that's where I've got all my brain surgeries.
Yeah.
So every time you meet with a doctor, there's always a med student there. And so I probably met 30 of them and had extensive conversations. Some of them are dumb as fuck. Like, I got a IV plugged in through my hand right here before my surgeries. That's where they have like a device, like, shoot it in. This kid gives it to me, my whole hand goes numb. I look at him like, my hand is numb. He's like, that's normal. I'm like, no.
No, it's not.
I was like, I've done this a couple times. This is not normal. My hand should not, like, I can't feel a thing. He goes, no, that happens. I was like, why don't you go get me the, what's the guy who runs the anesthesiologist? I was like, why don't you go get me the anesthesiologist? His name is, I forgot, right? Bald guy, jacked, right? Comes over. I'm like, yo, doctor, whatever. My whole hand is numb. He's like, your whole fucking hand's numb? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, get this shit out. He, like, cusses out this kid. That kid was, like, panicking, shaking. I looked at him, I was like, dude, I can't. It's one of the most painful things getting that. I was like, I can't do it again. I was like, can you just put me to sleep with the medication first and then
Didn't do that.
And he's like, I'm going to do it myself. Yeah, because motherfucker.
So, is the medical field starting to become like hockey?
Hockey.
Let me give you, okay. Think about hockey in the sense of, like, football football is the best, like, number one sport in the country is football, correct?
Okay.
We all agree?
Agreed.
Most of the top talent, the biggest dudes, the most athletic dudes play football. If they don't play football, they play basketball. And why is that? One main reason is because both of them are accessible to everyone.
Sure.
Hockey is not. Hockey is very inaccessible to 90% of the population.
Yes,
So far
you're
I go
right.
with you. Yep.
You're absolutely right.
Right?
Ice time is a motherfucker.
So hockey, granted there are some amazing athletes in hockey, but it's also very much, hockey is very much white baseball before they let black people in.
You only get one, in order
Not
to
in
get
a
into med
sense-
school.
Not in the sense that there's not any black people in the sense that the talent pool is pulling from nothing.
Well, it's very few
Yes.
black people in hockey.
And that's what medical talent pool is pulling, because it costs so much to go to medical school.
Correct.
That 90% of the people who are talented don't go because of two reasons. One, they
Well,
can't afford it.
I'll defend that, though. Here's the thing. In order to be an effective doctor, you have high levels of responsibility.
Yep.
And so you have to earn it. And so
Hold on.
going to college, it's not like if you want to be a doctor, it's not like there's a confusing way to get in. It's you have to go to college.
Hold on. We're talking medical school. We're not talking...
Become a doctor, I'm saying.
Yeah, but to become a doctor, you have to go to the school like you did. You had to go to Wayne State, and then from there you have to get into a medical school.
Yeah,
depends.
because you're a doctor.
It depends.
I understand, which is fine.
You're fucking with people's lives.
But the people who are going into that situation, you'll get, if you want to have the best, you have to give a bigger pool of the population more of the opportunity to try.
Well, that's
Because
why
again,
it's-
not everyone's going to get through. A lot of the people are going to go in, and it's one of the reasons people don't do it. Is because they look at it like you did. You went, I got to go to the best. So you basically put yourself in debt for nothing, because halfway through you went, this ain't for me. So medical school automatically and so does most law. I mean, most people don't be lawyers because of that. I mean, that's why people do the liberal arts, because liberal arts gets you a fucking degree, and then you can use that
You can
degree
You
to
can
get
work.
jobs that
You
you
can
might
work.
not deserve, but you got a degree, so it looks like you tried and you did something. But it costs less than going to fucking law school or going to medical school, where you could possibly come out as something useful for society.
But see, medical school is a calling.
It is.
Yeah, it's a calling.
But at the same
it's deeper
time-
than a lot of other shit.
But at the same time, a lot of people don't. It would, like NYU has a medical school, right? And it's free.
Dude, here's where I disagree with you. Medical school, becoming a doctor is like becoming a pro golfer. Okay, roll with me on this.
Okay.
Like, my son right now wants to be a pro golfer. He's 7 years old.
Yep.
It is very clear to him, at the age of 7, what he needs to do to go pro.
Yeah.
Like, we have had conversations about it. You have to go amateur, you have to go, he gets it. If you want to be a doctor, you know early on in life, because it's a calling,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So you grow up knowing what you need to do, and you can go and start. If you never went to high school, I mean, you can start at community college. You do not need to have a high school degree to get into community college. So you can start right there. You might need to get your GRE first, but you can start right there with minimal money, and you just have to work your ass off. You have to be the top at your medical school, or I mean, the
You
first
must have
2
the
years.
desire and the intelligence.
But if you do the first 2 years at Oakland Community College, and you're a top place, top 5%, you're going to get a full scholarship to Wayne State University.
Okay.
You won't get into U of M, right? But it doesn't matter. You're going to get into like Wayne State. You're going to get into like Eastern Michigan, Central. Probably not getting into Michigan State. You might, but you'll also have the opportunity to take tests to showcase how smart you are. So it's not only here's where I went to college. It's also here's my universal
Here's
test
my
versus
scores.
everybody,
My scores.
and I can show you how smart I am. And then you can get scholarships. When you think doctor, you often think like going to a top med school, but there's Oakland University now has a med school. You're not coming out of OU as a surgeon, but you can come out of OU as a family doctor, and you can make a really good practice and run your own business and stuff like that. But even at OU, if you top place, you can transfer and start getting going through your teaching era in really, really good hospitals. So it is very much like a ground where anybody can get into, but you have to be 100% committed for like 20 years of your life.
Because I
You
noticed.
have to grind.
I really don't think it's. I think we misunderstand that the few elites. Because again, most NYU's the part like they literally made it free because of this problem, so they could get more people in the program.
Yeah.
Like they were having drop-offs in all programs because people don't want to go in and pay the extra money and find out they're not good at it, and find out that they're. So it deters them that way, or it just deters them because you know you're going to get out, and if you get out and you have fucking $800,000, because again, to go to med school, you're looking at you're going to end up like $400,000-$500,000.
No, if you go to med school and you don't have scholarships, you're going 1.1 to 1.2 million dollars in debt.
That's my point. So that takes. My point is if you hockey, you're not going to get kids in fucking the South to even look at your sport because of the fact that it's unattainable. There's no fucking rinks. There's nowhere to play it. It never gets cold enough to play it, so you can never actually practice and become a hockey
They
player.
got skating rinks in the South, man.
Again, if some fucking
I get what you mean. It's
$1
an
million.
analogy.
Oh yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
he sees it's an analogy.
$1 million is completely unaccessible.
Well,
for most people, because again, then it makes the system to where you come out and you have to like be that dude that charges.
Well, so here's the thing: is you get that in student loans though. So as long as you're progressing, they will finance it. And like, listen, I think student loans are horrendous, but it made sense for me. As long as you become a lawyer, you will have enough income to pay those
that shit off
in the next 5 to 10 years.
if you got your shit together.
If you get your shit together. For me, I didn't get my shit together. I had a seizure, so I came home, and it was kind of like, you gamble, and you thought you could do it, but you didn't. And so we gave you the money to give you the opportunity to make the income.
And you're not dead. And you're not dead yet.
But here's the thing: I went into sales, and so I said to the government who gave me that money, "I owe you this money back." So I just found another way to pay it off.
Pay it off.
And that's over $100,000. However, where it gets bullshit is the interest rates.
yes.
Yes, a game.
Because my 66,000 turned into 100.
It's a game. It's a game. It's a shame that they play that game with people that don't have money.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked
My
up.
point is that moron that you had was only in the system because the system only takes a very select few and lets them get to that point.
No, I think that moron I had is just scared shitless. He's going through the first era of his life where you are actually on a surgical floor with brain surgery. You want to be a brain surgeon. You're smart enough.
Yeah, it's nerves. And
when there's shit everywhere going on and people being rolled, can you put an
He got to get experience.
Yeah.
It's all about experience.
Or he might not be able to handle the pressure.
He might not. And
But that's the thing.
They'll find out.
We'll have less fucking. We'd have more brain surgeons though.
That's why he goes.
If
through
we
that.
had more people that actually were able to go through it. That's my point. That's all I'm saying is if we actually gave more opportunity to the lower half.
Why would they do that?
I know. They don't
Have
want,
they been doing that?
Well, you know,
Have they been doing that?
they
No.
They used to.
Well, what happened 2 months ago?
What?
All poor incentives for education wiped out.
Oh yeah, they did.
It's done. It's just done, dog. Done.
Yeah, Detroit's. They're gonna have. It's not even Detroit. It's gonna be like podunk areas that are fucking in the red states.
Those gonna be everywhere.
I know, but
See, in the red
Detroit
state-
has its own city. Like it's.
Yeah, Detroit has set up a government
Yeah.
for the people, more than a lot of these big cities have. Detroit has a ton of programs for the poor, for the people that want to be middle class, striving to get middle class. They got a lot of programs for that. If I applied myself, I could probably go downtown and fill out a few applications and get a couple of loans or grants. I probably could. But I don't want to because I don't want to go through all that bullshit. They look up your asshole. I can't afford anybody looking up my asshole. They're going to see a bunch of weed.
Oh, my asshole, he says.
They're going to see a bunch of weed. They're going to say, no, you can't have it.
Good lord.
See, I work with attorneys for a living now, and they're fucking miserable human beings.
Oh, hey,
I'm so glad I didn't.
I've known a few attorneys too. I know.
Dude, we are.
In fact, I went to school with probably 6 or 8 of my friends are attorneys and doctors from Mumford. Okay, and but most of them went through a lot of things in life, so they're more compassionate than a lot of guys are. A couple of them are kind of egotistical, you know. They got little high egos and shit.
Yeah.
But they're good doctors. I've been told that they're good doctors. And I remember we used to sit around and smoke weed and chase girls.
Tell you what, man, AI is changing law firms.
It's changing everything.
Dude, the product that I sell right now is I sell only to attorneys and law firms is an AI product that does their jobs for them.
I'm telling you.
People are gobbling it up.
I keep telling you. Within 5 years,
We're gonna need UBI.
within 5 years, we're gonna do a hell of a leap in
We're gonna need it
technology.
for the fucking middle class. That's about, or not the middle management, the lawyers, and all these people that are about to lose everything because of shit like that.
Dude, we are removing the need for a thing called a paralegal, which is like the person that runs the office and gets everything to the attorneys.
Yeah.
It's like a nurse
Yeah.
to a doctor.
Yeah.
And
Does
we
all
are
the
They
paperwork.
do all of, yeah.
Dude, we have you give me a medical record. You send me a 40 to 50 page medical record. You're in a car accident. I say send me your medical record. All I do is I upload this and I have a chatbot you start talking to.
Yep.
You'll be like, what was his accident? It'll be blah, 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 and, you know, go through. Here's what
Yep.
happened. Here's what happened. Like, what part of the bones were broken? Oh, is his left tibia? And you can go through. Dude, I've put up medical records and had the most advanced conversations, and it just nails it.
947.
So you just can literally sit there and feed it, and it'll do your job for you. And then you can just tell it, send me an email with a welcome letter, and then it'll just have click which people you mean. It'll send it
It's
out.
fantastic.
It's unreal.
It's fantastic, but it's also going to cause a lot of more chaos
I
in
can't-
the industrial revolution.
I can't wait to apply it to my artwork. I can't wait to do that. There's some gadgets I gotta buy. But
You'll be dead before they have robots. I think I will make it.
no,
I don't think so.
No, I won't because listen to me. Oh, I won't. But they already got robots.
No, I'm talking about, like, when I say robots, I mean walking around your house doing your laundry.
You got enough money?
They have them. I'm saying.
If you got enough money, you can get a robot to come out to your house to do all that shit. They got them right now. 3 Japanese companies, a company in Germany, and I think a company in Russia. No, China. Sell personal robots right now.
That's awesome.
I think the cheapest one is $100,000.
I don't know, $100,000.
That's the cheapest
I
one.
already gave it to the government.
But they got them right now. I watched 2 hours of Chinese technology. It was Chinese.
Them cars
And
are
Japanese technology.
ridiculous.
The shit the Japanese and the Chinese are doing, they've surpassed the United States. We're in the background.
Oh, dude, we're over.
These guys are building cities that are unbelievable. The whole city at night lights up and does all kind of. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I mean, all, monorail trains that go through apartment buildings.
They're building them gigantic at one time. And so you walk in, it's like a theme park by the time they start populating it. So as opposed to starting in the center and building out like New York City and every other one. So like Rudy said, dude, you walk in and they have light shows at night
It's
with their
unbelievable.
buildings.
I know.
The shit that they were showing.
They have
thing.
empty cities still.
They got a skyscraper. Where was the skyscraper? I want to say maybe Singapore. And
Oh yeah.
it moves like this. It's a bunch of squares, and they can move them for the sun. You can move your apartment to follow the sun, so you always have sunlight. The thing moves around.
That's
Shit looks
sweet.
crazy.
That's sweet.
It looks crazy, but hey, they're doing all kinds of shit. They built a bridge in China. It's the longest bridge ever built.
It's huge.
Everybody, the Germans, the Germans, the Americans, everybody told them, "Oh, that's impossible. You guys can't build it." They built that motherfucking.
Oh, I know.
They built that bitch in a couple of years.
Dude, China is the world leader right now. There's
They
no
are.
question
They-
about it.
Them cars are ridiculous.
Your cars are unbelievable.
You know how they did it? They obviously, the government backed them and the loans and stuff. But the companies, when a company built a factory in China, and wherever, they made sure that they built housing in the area that was, and they made sure all the pricing in the housing area stayed at the level of what the factory was paying. So that way, if you got a job, you can afford the house, or because again, it's an apartment. They're not fucking. They're condos. They made them, build fucking multi. They don't do it like we do. They don't spread the fuck out. They go up.
They go up.
Yeah.
They go up.
But they give you, and again, I'm not saying these houses are worth a shit. They may not be, but
They have a solution.
yeah, salt ion.
They've got a building system in Europe and in Africa right now. It's considered the best building systems. None of their houses are almost impossible to catch on fire. Check this shit out, because most of the house is concrete. And the stuff they use for
Oh
facades,
yeah, you got the 3D printers.
and the
now.
stuff they use for facades are fireproof. House can't catch on fire. But if it catches on fire, it's not going to move around the house. It'll be just that one room. It's weird, man. And all the houses are compounds.
It is weird how much we still rely on wood.
It is. And that's
I mean,
It is not a very powerful substance.
Not everyone realize. It depends on where
well,
you're
it's
at.
a beautiful substance, but we're running out of it. We're running out. That's why they're making all the fake shit now. They got all kind of fake wood products now.
Well, I mean, they should use hemp.
Yeah, they should. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah. That'd be a boom to the economy if everyone started making, like, they just let us grow hemp. And it was used for all fucking building materials.
We got too many people thinking hemp is bad still, and this is bad. There's a lot of states that won't grow hemp in the United States. And it's a cash crop. Hemp is a cash
I
crop.
don't know.
They got hemp farms here in Michigan that are booming. Booming.
And
The guy said he can't grow enough of it.
what's he use it for?
Clothes, a lot of shit. They named a ton of oil.
Seeds?
Oh, they
Like it's food?
They named a ton of shit that hemp is used for. Clothing. I think they figured out a way to make tires out of hemp too, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's wild, man.
You want to see something sweet?
When did the Great Depression start? 1929?
1919? No, yeah, 1920. Wait a minute. Yeah, it might have been 29.
Weed or hemp was made illegal in 1932.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what extended.
Weed and cocaine. And heroin. You can go to the drugstore. Back then, you could buy a bottle of heroin,
Yeah.
cocaine.
Yeah, you could buy cannabis.
They had oil. They had cannabis oil you could buy.
Oh yeah.
It's my new baby.
Tinctures.
He just got that.
Telecaster.
He's got a new one.
Nice. I like the color.
Yeah.
Look at you just jamming. Look at you. Yeah, nice color. What strains you got on that?
I got the real low ones. Ibanez. I'd have to look. Hold on, I can.
You ever use Slinkies?
Yes, Slinkies. So I'm gonna look because I ordered them right here.
Here's a good example of how brains just work differently. I don't
They're
play
Ernie
music.
balls.
You what?
Don't play music. You know why I don't play music?
No, I don't.
Because I don't hear the rhythm.
I got the real heavy ones.
Yeah, okay.
So that below
Yeah,
A
those are
feels
good.
like a bassy.
What that cost? About $60?
No, dude, these are cheap now.
30
For just one?
for the whole set.
Hold on.
So my
a
brain.
3-pack is $17.
Oh, that's a 3-pack
For
though.
a 3-pack.
Okay,
Yeah, that's such a good deal.
it's okay.
So video games. To go back to video games, I can play Mario Kart. I like all kinds of video games. But are you good at the Guitar Hero? Were you good at that shit? I couldn't play it. I could never even get past for like the simplest songs. I was fucking getting booed. But I can fucking play any. Like I can destroy you in any other video game.
Let me tell you something.
I can rhythm. It's just rhythm. I don't have
Rhythm.
My brain don't work like that, and it also don't hit like when it comes.
Well, you
to
have to
song-
have the desire first.
I
Yes.
did. I liked music
You
when I
have
was
to
young.
commit.
You have to have the desire. I didn't know anything about music, and one day this friend of mine came.
You
in.
still don't really know, do you? You can't read it, can you?
No, you don't have to read.
You don't have to read it.
Some of the greatest musicians in the world didn't read.
That's fine. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, no, I don't read. I mean, I know what reading is, but I don't read.
I grew up with it, but I don't do it anymore. I couldn't play the piano.
My mom tried to get me to play the piano. Like when I was a kid, I went to some
That's a
lady's
good-
house.
That's a good instrument to learn.
And she taught me how to play. Like I was learning how to play the piano, and I didn't want to do it. I wanted to play sports. That's what I was good at.
Yeah.
And why am I good at sports? Because sports is just, it's flow. It's not the same. Like there's a rhythm to it, but it's not the same. It's a different like whole beast compared to music. Music, there's so much complexity. Like the way he listens to music is completely. You listen to music is probably completely different. Than
It is completely different because he knows how to read music. He knows, right? You can read
At a very low
and you
level.
know, yeah, but you know how to read. You know notes.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying.
here-
I don't. I play by ear. You start playing something, I hear it.
Oh yeah, no. So everything because I recorded 3 songs today because there's this new album. Chrissy likes it, and so I took a break from work just to learn these songs. And I start with figuring out all the chords,
Right.
and then I start listening for the details. But I don't want to read
Or the
it.
bridges
I can
and
read
all
the
that.
tablature, no problem. But I don't want to look up somebody.
I can
else's
read
tablature.
drum music, but I can't read regular.
But that's my point. He hears the bass. Like I can listen to a song and not even know that there's a bass being played.
You have to there are 6 strings on a guitar, so you have to be able to listen to something and know what each one of those strings
That's
is
my
doing.
point. I
Yeah.
can't.
That's where it gets complicated.
Yeah, well, it's also just
Unless you got it in you. Some people have it in them.
yeah. Some people
They
it's just
don't-
natural. Yeah.
They don't read, but they put their ass off. They can play anything.
Yeah, if you just sit there and play your ass off
You'll
all
figure
the
it out.
time by yourself,
You'll figure
you
it
will
out.
figure out how to do different things,
Mhm.
and then you'll hear it in a song. You'll be like, "Oh, that's a C sharp."
I get it. I definitely could have got better at it, but at the same
But
time,
you didn't.
I
you
didn't-
didn't want to
I
because you were
didn't
into
enjoy it.
sports.
Yeah, and my brain doesn't
And
work
see,
that way.
and see, they wanted me to play sports when they found out how athletic I was in a track meet at Cass Tech. They wanted me to play sports, but I didn't want sports because it took up too much time after school. You know, you had to go practice, and then you had to be there at a certain time, blah, 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 blah. Then you got to go play games. And I didn't want to do all that shit. I wanted to fuck with my car, fuck with bitches, and do my art and music. That's all I wanted to do.
You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to play Mario. I wanted to play Mario Championship style.
Dude,
Go,
I should bring my Mario Kart stuff over here.
yeah, we could definitely play it.
I've never
I have
played
3
Mario.
controllers.
You know the new one?
I have my because I could bring over my old Wii U. I could just leave it here, and then I have 3 controllers.
I've never played Mario. I've seen it, but I've never played it.
It's
It
Mario
just doesn't
Kart.
have it doesn't have the expansions on it.
It's
because
like
the
racing.
Switch,
Oh, I could play that.
Yeah, it's racing. But the old
I
Mario.
love racing games.
I mean, I got when I was, I really. Oh, do me a favor, go and plug that plug right there. Rudy.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Unplug.
See the plug hanging over there, over the trash can.
Right
Did you hear
here.
Nintendo's not getting
Unplug
their...
this.
Yes.
Nintendo isn't shipping in any of the new Nintendos?
Yeah, not until they figure out what's going to
It's
happen. with the
terrifying.
chip. Well, he said he's paused it for 90 days. So.
Man, come on. He's paused it. What? You know why he's paused it for 90 days?
Because the bond market's crashed.
And the Europeans ain't taking that shit.
The bond market's crashed. The Europeans and everyone started selling the fucking. People were like, "Well, the U.S. is fucked."
Yep.
Yeah, we're. I don't know. It's gonna get interesting.
No.
Dude, he needs to go.
It's not going to get interesting. It's going to get
He's
stuck.
not.
It's
That's
gonna
the
get,
problem.
It's
They
going to
can-
get... I'm going to
They
tell you
just-
what's going to happen right now. Because I've been through this before. A couple of times. Tell you what's going to happen.
You've never been through
When
anything
it-
like this.
Listen to me. When the weather gets warm, there are going to be protests like you've never
They're already
seen.
happening.
No, listen to me. There are going to be million people protest, not 100,000. Every fucking city in the United States will have. They're planning this shit. They're planning this shit right now, and it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable, and all it's going to do is divide us even more. It's going to divide us even more. But you know,
They're doing what they want to do.
no, well, I mean,
I think it's the world order you're talking about. I think Elon wants to crash the dollar so China takes over, and he
Trump
can,
does too.
This is them going for the world.
Trump is working with the Russians.
Yeah, someone
and
said it the other day.
Belarus.
Scott.
He doing
Scott.
this shit on purpose.
Oh, I can't remember his.
You know, Putin and him probably talking. Putin said, "Yeah, man, do this tomorrow."
This is everything that he's done is exactly what they would want to happen.
Yep, exactly what they would want to happen. Right down to the heebie-jeebies. But you know what? Americans voted for him. They made him president. You know what fucks me up is how stupid most Americans are. I never realized it. till got
I
older.
think you need to misunderstand. I think
Listen, it didn't take an idiot to figure out that Trump is a habitual liar. Habitual liar. How stupid are you to believe anything that he would say?
Do you understand that Nazi propaganda got people to commit genocide?
Yes, because it was
Nazi
stupid.
propaganda. Listen,
Because they
no,
were stu-
Nazi propaganda was a scientific tool.
Dude, let me tell you
They've
something.
taken that and they've taken it by
There's
5.
no propaganda that can make you do anything.
If you watch it every day, yes, it can.
There's no propaganda that can make you do anything.
Keep thinking that.
It's a fact. It's not propaganda. It's the people themselves are uneducated, believe stuff that they really
Most
shouldn't
of them
believe.
aren't uneducated.
Well, I
The
mean,
fucking middle class,
they're educated
these
idiots.
boomers that are supporting this shit aren't uneducated. They got good education.
Well, yes and no. The education they have is lacking in a lot of things. Our educational system is fucked up.
I mean, I
to
know
begin
that.
with. Been fucked up for years.
They've been just
It's a lot of
dismantling it since the 70s.
You talking about propaganda? It's a ton of it in education. In them books, there's tons of it.
the 80s.
Tons of it. A lot of misinformation. As I got older, I look back on my education, I'm like, wow, that's not what they taught me in school. Oh, wow, it's just the opposite of what they said. All the shit, civics, all that shit, man. They,
Civics. You remember shit from civics?
fuck yeah, I had civics for 2 years.
I mean, everyone had to have it for 2 years. Doesn't mean I remembered it.
Okay. Well, didn't you watch the little thing that used to come up, the little cartoons here about the bill and all of that? You don't remember that?
Yeah. We
So
live in a
you-
different world now.
So you were getting the education at school and on TV about how bills are made with Congress.
I do know what you're talking about.
Yes.
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 Schoolhouse Rock.
Yes.
Schoolhouse Rock.
So you should fucking know that shit.
You should know it, but that doesn't matter. It's not run that way anymore. It's all money. Every fucking
It's
congressman.
always been money, dude.
Everybody-
No, here's you guys. Here's the reality. There is a world order, and I have talked to Steve about this. I genuinely believe there's a world order, and they have gotten to the point where they know they need to just be a world order. And I do honestly, and I know it sounds crazy, believe it's the extraterrestrials are coming and being like, it's time.
I mean,
Get your
they
shit
ain't
together.
wrong.
Hold tight. And I do believe that our voting is completely useless. I do not believe for one
It's
second
absolutely
that
totally useless.
it's just a joke. Somebody is deciding to put him in, and we are all on just for the ride. Because if you look at his inauguration, dude, what's up?
What's up,
If
man?
you look at his inauguration, he has the world's billionaires sitting behind him.
Sure he does.
First front row.
But you know why that is.
But that happened in 2014 too with Obama.
No,
I'm not
like
saying
that.
it was any different
Not
with
like
Obama.
that. It didn't
Yes,
happen
he
like
had
But
Oh,
he's
hold on.
he's being placed.
See, it didn't happen like that with Obama because Obama had so much negative shit, you know, to begin with. So it wasn't the same.
He's being placed by somebody.
Did you bring me that?
Yeah.
Alright. Orange sparkly. Ain't had an orange bubbly in a
He,
minute.
he's already
it's
talking about
creepy.
he's already talking about a third term.
He's been talking about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Does he really believe people are gonna vote for him again? I don't
No,
think
you
so.
have to vote for Vance for him to get elected a third term.
They're not gonna vote for him either. They hate him even more than they
No,
hate
but it
Trump.
doesn't matter who's voting for you. It's all controlled.
Yes, it is to a certain degree, but there is a little wiggle room here and there. There's wiggle room there.
I think
That's
we're
the-
all. I think
that's
we're
the
all
only-
in for a ride.
I think
right
you
now.
guys misunderstand.
That's
this
the
dude-
only way Obama could have ever been president because
There's
of
no-
the wiggle room.
There's no fucking way this dude lives another 4 years.
Sure he does.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. His brain's already starting to shut down.
Don't make no difference.
Here, you want to hit
He's
this?
to them he's
He's a
Jesus
god.
Christ.
He's a god.
I
He's a
trust me,
guy.
I know.
He's the same people walking around talking about Kennedy is still alive.
Yeah. He is their savior. He is absolutely their savior. And whatever he says goes. So nobody has to fact check. They have that much belief. It's
But
like
you know
it's
what?
like a marriage, dude. If your wife comes to you and says "I love you," you don't question it because
But
you
it-
just are that confident.
Exactly, but it
They're
was all
so-
set up. Because when I sit back and think of all the times Trump lied, and the news knew he was lying, but they never said shit.
Well, that's the doctrine. Fair.
They never said
It's all
shit.
paid off.
Did you see this yet?
That's who's making all the money, the fucking TV.
Isn't that nice? It's heavy.
Media. I think they said every.
You're pretty good today.
I heard something. I could be wrong about. I could be wrong about this, but I thought that I heard every 90 days it's 50 new millionaires in America. I heard that somewhere.
Let me slip by.
Every 90 days.
It's crazy. I believe it.
Every 90 days, what?
There's several millionaires. Are you know?
Oh, no, it's actually, it's become easier to become a billionaire from a millionaire than it is to become a millionaire from.
This is what it feels like to sit here.
He's sitting in dust seat.
Never have I ever.
I could use $1 million right now. I could really use $1 million. Actually, 250 would work. 250,000. I'd be out here so quick.
Out of where?
I could take
Out
250
of
pretty
America?
far.
I'd be, huh?
Did you say out of here or out of where?
Out of here, out of America. I'd be out of this motherfucker so quick.
It'd be fun to travel, but you know, I like America.
Good. You can have it.
Everybody wants it.
I don't. I don't want it.
Because
Believe
you
me,
have
as soon as I get about a few thousand more, I'm out of here. I'm going for 2 weeks to see if I like it.
Where are you going?
Thailand. I'm going for 2 weeks to see if I like it. If I like it, I'll come back here selling everything and retiring there.
Love it.
That's my plan. That's my plan.
When do you want to go?
What's the U.S. dollar to Thailand? Can you live like a king?
Yes, you can.
So have you been watching Invincible yet?
No.
Oh, God, it's so good. I have to pee now.
My turn.
So there's this race in this cartoon. It's a comic put on the screen. You've seen it? You got Amazon Prime?
I think so.
Invincible is amazing. Like the first episode, you're like,
Real people or cartoons?
huh? It's cartoons.
Cartoons.
Yeah. So it's like it's Viltrumites. So basically, the Viltrumites come in and they basically force your planet into their.
Or they still be aliens or something?
Yeah, they're aliens. They're like aliens that are super strong and live forever. They're like Superman aliens. They're basically like they have the strength of Superman, in a sense that they're pretty much impervious to
You'll
most
kick
things.
your ass.
Most things, yeah, on our planet, yeah. And there's other heroes too. Like there's a hero, a guy who's like Wolverine. They call him Immortus. He can't die. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of comes back. Then you got Duplicate.
These are Earthlings. These are Earthlings. though,
Yeah,
right?
these ones are Earthlings. Well, some of them. So, like there's the Martian.
But they're the defenders of Earth. is what I'm
Yeah, pretty
asking.
much. Like Superman and Wonder
Yeah.
Woman and Batman. all
Justice
together.
League and all that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But it's about Superman's kid. Superman has a kid, basically, in that sense. And his kid, gets his powers. And the show's about the kid. Calls himself Invincible.
You know what's a good idea?
Huh.
For a superhero. A superhero who he's super in every way, but he's easily manipulated. So sometimes he's just fighting the wrong guys.
That's funny.
Alright. Like Red Guardian?
Yeah. What?
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is the,
He's the
Russian.
Russian one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Russian
There's the British
Captain America.
Britain and
Yeah.
US
Captain
agent.
America.
That's what he is. He's funny. He's like really nice because he's in order. Like if it.
How many times is Captain America going to change?
What do you mean?
Is there a female Captain America?
No.
There will be.
There's Captain Carter.
There will be a female Captain America.
No, there won't.
Yeah, there will.
She was always aging.
Watch and see. Watch and
They already did it.
Watch and see.
I believe you.
Watch and see.
How?
That's Disney's MO. right
Captain
now.
S. America.
They can make it happen, dude.
Again, hold on.
What's
Now,
wrong-
when
what's
you
wrong
have a
with-
multiverse, yes, it's possible. They could possibly throw a
Yes.
female Captain America in there because that's what the fucking multiverse is.
There was a
But they're not going to
female
cast a female, because they're Lady Jane Thor. They already did it in the one Thor.
Thor.
They had Thor in Love and Thunder. She's like, Jane Foster, his love
Yeah.
interest,
Yeah.
gets fucking cancer, and she uses the fucking hammer. It turns her into Thor.
But
Yeah.
has there been 3 or 4 different Captain Americas?
No, there's only been one.
There's
No,
technically.
you're wrong.
Hold
in the
on.
comic, It's been handed off.
There's only Steve Rogers, but
Bucky
they've
Barnes
handed.
becomes.
So has Falcon.
And so did Hawkeye for a quick second. He
Yeah.
had the shield.
Again, that's different. That's they just them passing off the shield, basically.
Yeah,
Captain America gets the shield, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what the thing is.
But they're not.
That's
gonna-
what the thing
You
is.
got white
It-
Captain
he's gonna
America,
throw it up in
you got
the air.
black Captain
He's gonna throw it
America.
up exactly.
Now you got a female Captain
Now,
America.
we should do.
When he-
Exactly. There's gotta be gay Captain America.
So
Oh.
with this time in the world,
Yes, Tom.
we should do Renegade, because Renegade in the comic series is
Renegade
when
America.
Captain America goes AWOL. He doesn't want to
goes
fight for
AWOL.
America.
fucking
And he
Russian.
just
He goes
rides
Chinese.
around on a Harley, going to biker bars, like,
Hold on.
Captain America Chinese ass.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
I mean, it's not like he's actually a black Captain America. He's Sam Wilson.
He's a black Captain America.
was it
He
the
just
Falcon?
takes on
Sam
again, but
Wilson.
happens in the comic.
Yeah.
That's something that actually happens in the comic.
Okay.
The comic is just.
So it's not
I'm not
like
denying it.
I know, but they're not. Never in the comic is there a female that actually takes over the mantle.
That doesn't mean they won't make a movie
It's
about
gonna
it.
happen.
No.
It's gonna happen, dude.
With the new because they're doing Doom,
I
and it's gonna be a
guarantee you-
multiverse thing. So there might actually
With Dune, they're gonna do a multiverse.
You
of
Doom.
be Doom.
Doom.
Oh,
That
I was
Doom.
like, dude, no.
No,
No, that wouldn't work with no. That would
no.
ruin it.
They're bringing.
Destroy
That
it.
would ruin it. I
This is one
love
of the
Doom.
greatest franchises ever
It
made.
sure is. I agree.
I mean, it's fine.
They do it with,
That guy's an excellent actor.
To me, it's more realistic, futuristic to me.
Hold on, I don't disagree with that. I don't. That's
What,
not
that
an
a
argument.
woman can beat up men?
Well,
No,
so
no.
you know, Dune has been a flopped movie twice.
Yep.
There's a documentary about it.
Oh, there is?
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Well, I never
think it's
watched the
on Netflix.
original.
But it talks about how it failed is because it's impossible to make the movie.
Yeah.
They're like, it's too complex. There's too
It's
many
very
variables. Like, it's too scenic.
The book is really thick.
Yeah, I know. I've read half of it. I gave up. I couldn't keep
Yeah.
up.
But to me, the visual and the storyline were great.
They kept. They
Great.
Have you seen the new ones?
No.
The new ones are amazing.
the second one.
They're so much better. No, he hasn't seen any of the new ones.
I love the...
He watched the shit from the 70s.
Nothing is
It's the 80s.
nothing could
Was
beat
it the 80s?
Nothing could beat the original. I don't care.
You haven't
They
seen
split the one
recent
movie up
one?
into 3
I
five
saw.
movies.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I think I saw the one that came out a year or two ago.
That's the second one. You need to watch Dune. You just need to go watch it and like with an open mind because they did an excellent job capturing the story.
Okay.
And probably more.
I
other
love the
stuff.
story.
And, no, they cut zero. Like, and they won Academy Awards for it and stuff too.
Yeah.
it is
I love
going
the
to
story.
be like the next Star Wars-esque franchise.
It is long.
It's good.
I mean, it's.
Yeah,
I watched
Herbert?
it. I'll watch it again.
Herbert?
I'm not gonna watch it again, but I watched it. It was good. I liked it. I watched it in the theater.
It's good.
But
It's on shrooms. I've watched it on shrooms twice.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, if you're gonna watch it,
That's
you
me.
need- yeah,
On the shrooms.
you get immersed into it.
I get immersed in the fucking shit already. I'm high and I'm sitting there and getting emotional for fucking whatever the fuck I'm watching, some stupid show. I'm like, oh, Dad is such a good guy. Like start
I
crying.
watched what was it? The Boom Booms I watched on Netflix. Love on the Spectrum.
Oh,
It's about people
I know.
who are on the spectrum.
They're in dating and shit.
Well, like dating. And I started crying so many times. It was wonderful.
You know what I just watched? It's the dumbest shit. I didn't actually cry, but there was one point where I was like, because he's trying to be better, but it's Kevin Bacon's new show on Prime. Oh, what the fuck's it called? I don't know. He's a demon hunter. Like, he dies, and they get sent back from hell to hunt demons that are escaping from hell.
Damn. Sounds like a job.
The real deal.
Hellboy.
Yeah.
Is he
Hellboy.
packing,
Oh, yeah,
or how does that
Hellboy,
work?
Yeah, he's a
Look
bounty
out.
hunter.
What weapon do you get?
Oh,
He's
I
a
was just
bounty
wondering
hunter.
else somewhere.
So he shoots him in the head with shit. Like, he's a bounty hunter, so he uses guns and stuff. The demons take over. Will you go let them out real quick? The demons, they skip past just taking over the bodies. They just kill you and then use your body.
Mm.
So, because they used to possess you and then they could, you get put out. Now they just take your, they
Fuck
kill
it.
you and then fucking possess your body and use it.
He is. It's fucking
Yeah.
ain't my body.
But it was, I watched all 8 episodes. I was like surprised. I enjoyed it. But there was moments where, he's trying to be a better dad. Because he's a shit dad. I mean, he just got his fucking neck slit. So it was like, obviously he wasn't a good dude. He went to hell. Ah. God, what was the name of that show? I cannot remember for the life of me.
For the life of you?
Yup. So you like The Boys? Right? You never watched it.
I didn't even read the comic. I've like skimmed through it, like flipped through it, but
I mean, the show's pretty good. You've watched The Boys, right?
The Voice?
The Boys.
The Boys?
Yes.
First season.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't keep watching that. I should.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good take of, like it's kind of, they're mapping out pretty, like, what we're dealing with now here in the same way. Like, the divide. Because, like,
Oh.
Homelander's
yeah.
like a authoritarian guy, so he's like, basically using his power to take over half the country. Loves him just because he stands up for him, supposedly, type shit.
Yeah.
Same shit, but that was my. If you've seen The Boys and you like The Boys, then you're gonna Invincible's on that level. It's kind of a great take on superheroes, a different take than the regular shit we're used to. The cut and dry stuff from the 50s and 60s that's been run over and over again.
Yeah,
You in the stock market?
Daredevil. When I get a minute to like sit down and binge.
It was pretty good. It's pretty good so far.
Yeah. Is it just one season right now?
Yeah, there's only 8 episodes so
Okay.
far.
That's not bad.
Well, no, there's gonna be like 16.
Now, is there a lot of play off the original series?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a
okay.
continuation.
Same characters, all that.
Well,
Froggy's in it. Well, Froggy's in it.
yeah.
And, yeah, that would probably be about it.
What's her name?
Oh, she's still alive? They didn't kill off
Karen Page?
Karen Page yet?
No.
Oh, she gets AIDS and dies.
Okay. It's still got the Kingpin. It's still got Bullseye.
Okay.
Like, and Punisher shows up at one point in one episode.
Alright.
So,
Cool if we get Johnny Blaze in there, because he's always in Daredevil.
who?
Johnny Blaze.
Oh, you're not gonna get the Ghost Rider.
Fantastic. Johnny Blaze.
It was
right?
Ghost Rider.
No, Johnny
Oh, you talking about for
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four.
Four?
The Flame.
the Flame.
Yeah.
The
No.
Human Torch.
There you go.
No, that actually is showing up in July.
Fantastic
First
Four.
steps. Yeah. It's
It's been a long time.
it like takes place in the 60s. So it's like a futuristic 60, like a Fantastic Four 60s, like
I remember
Jetsons
those-
basically.
They
It's
need to
kind
put
of the-
Frank
I remember when those comic books came out.
He
Boy,
might-
they were
he
so
might be in
popular.
it.
Because
Every,
if they do Frank,
yeah.
that can.
I think a comic cost 25 cents. I had about 1,500 comics.
Damn.
That's nothing. Two of my friends, one of my friends had 2,200 comics. The other one had close to that, a couple thousand comics, and they kept them in the plastic, all neat. All Supermans here, all this there, all that, and they kept them perfectly neat. If they got those comics today, we're talking millions of dollars.
Well,
I wish
yeah.
I still had my Deadpool #1.
You had to have it. Nowadays, you got to get all that shit fucking graded and for it to actually be worth something. But that's another lottery too that people are being tricked into thinking is a fucking viable way to create wealth.
No,
What is?
Cards.
just do bonds.
I'm just saying, there's a
I mean, it's
because
there.
of it is there. Yes, you can
It's
get
there.
lucky and pull $1,000 card, but the chances of you doing that's the same as you basically
Well, playing the
running
lottery.
the fucking numbers on the lottery.
Yeah. Same,
So, but it's not how they think of it.
But it's like there was where disc golf for a while. People were like charging ridiculous amounts for like.
Yeah, that was a
Yes.
bubble.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing it with knives and shit. Like I can like flip knives and make money on it, but you're kind of like being a piece of shit. 'Cause you're
Flip
buying it
knives.
for cheap. Flip knives. You get exclusive steals, runs of steel. They do
Yeah,
limited
people.
runs.
It's the same as like anything you can think of. Now there's exclusivity on the shit everywhere. So it's fucking that backpack thing right there. It's made with a specific design that you'll only get it. I only did 150 of them, so I charge you $50 more, and then
This
it has
is
an
the-
aftermarket. Same with shoes and stuff.
Only knife with this type of lock on it, that shark lock. Or no, so this is scorpion lock. Sorry. So like, this is like not super rare, but you know when they stop making it in this steel and putting it in a different steel, then you know people will want this one
Gotcha.
because
Yeah,
They don't make those no more.
yeah, just because they can't get it. Really.
I mean it becomes a collector. Because if it's your favorite shit, if your favorite disc is a Buzz, and you get one that throws better than all the other ones, and you got the extra income, I'm gonna buy 10 of them, and then they're gonna sit there in case I lose that one.
Right.
And then when I lose that one, I go throw the other one, and it doesn't feel the same. Sucks.
It
So
does suck.
Because that one only threw because it did. Because I let it sit in the car for fucking 6 months. I forgot.
That tree.
Yeah, I hit many trees.
1,400 times.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work I put into them bitches. My bag has been. I've had the same bag since. I've had literally probably. I'd say a couple of my buzzes of changes, but probably 75% of my bag has been in my bag since 2017. Same fucking disc. Just, I don't throw it, like, I take one out, I put one in, I try it, doesn't do anything, I take it back out, put the back one back in. And it just, it just sticks with the same shit, yeah. I mean, it's a little, I added a buzz. I'm probably going to try it, and I probably won't like it, and I'll probably take it out.
But you'll try it.
I'll try it for a
See
minute.
what happens with it.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the
See how it
season.
flows.
Maybe I can hit a funky ace
If
with
you
it.
can control it.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I'm just mad I lost my
Man.
fucking main one.
That fucking band show. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. They'll be doing some hell of a concerts there.
Yeah.
They
Palmer?
took the band shell from
Oh,
State
I
Fairgrounds
haven't seen it yet.
and put it right next to the police.
So you know where
like
the
in
Detroit
Palmer
Country
Park.
Club is? Palmer Park. They have a disc golf course on the old golf course. And they put the band shell from there, like you said, there. Now it's like,
It's all brand new.
yeah,
Is it the one from the
And they
state
cleared,
we
and
Yeah.
they cleared,
moved it?
they cleared
Yeah.
the forest. So you can probably get between 500 and 1,000 people on the line there.
oh, I don't know about that.
Sure,
Get the fuck out of here.
they cleared it.
I've seen it. I know how clear it is.
Yeah.
It ain't that many people.
Okay.
500.
watch.
5,000.
At least
is a lot
500.
of people.
At least 500 people.
500.
There's not even that many parking spots.
What do you mean?
It's not made for that.
There
They're
is
they're,
no-
they're going to be doing jazz and fucking classical music.
Watch and see.
We'll
Okay?
see.
Watch and see.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. No.
I will be watching because we'll be
Get the fuck
playing
out
disc
of
golf
You
Wednesday.
can park all of them down Wood. You
gonna
can
try
park
to do
all
it
of them
doors.
down Woodward. You can
Oh,
park all the
I'm
way
gonna
through
be
the park,
parking everywhere.
and then they got three big ass
park.
parking lots. It's enough parking. Plenty of parking.
You say so.
Watch.
I've been there when there's been
I
fucking.
can also commute.
Come on, dude.
Where?
Take a Uber.
What?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Uber thing.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm not
it'll
arguing
be a bunch of people on electric bikes. That last warm Sunday we had, I was going home, and they had it must have been 200 electric bikes going down 7 miles. It had to be at least 200 of them. So I can imagine
probably a group.
When it gets, of course.
They do a ride in Detroit every
Yeah.
Sunday.
Well, they have what they call a slow roll.
Yeah.
It's called a slow roll, but they don't go over 30 miles, 25, 30 miles an hour.
Well, I like that they have everybody. Like you'll have your guys on their road bikes, your guys on the BMX
It'd
bikes,
be all kind
your
of
guys
bikes.
on
Three-wheelers. Guys
yeah.
have the lights all on there,
Yeah.
different colors and shit. They be doing it,
I
man.
kind of want to do it one day.
They be doing it.
I got my
Doug probably does it.
One of my
Oh,
friends,
yeah.
my friend Fisher, he does it. They do slow rolls.
We start right there on Cadillac
I don't.
Square.
They do Palmer Park. They started in Palmer Park.
You're a slow roll.
Oh.
I got jokes.